we're big enough whānau to have our own tribe, to be a tribe on our own. We'll always be connected to Ngāti Raukawa, Tainui, Ngāti Maru, Tiarangi, Rangiwewe, Charawa, Pikiao, and the rest of them. We can't help that.
So bloody Dick might get a marae too.
You know, so you know, and of course in time there could be a papakainga built in here somehow, you know, where you can build a home, where you can build homes here. Sometime, it might be 100 years from now. But at least what my vision is, that we can get everything ready before the end of my time, before the end of your time perhaps, that the young ones have got something to go to and they can carry on.
So that steam engine you brought for the mill, did you guys buy that, or is it belongs?
We paid for it. It cost us $20,000 to purchase the mill, the whole mill. That's everything.
Who does that belong to then?
It's the organisation.
So it doesn't belong to the steam
No, it belongs
museum?
to the train, to the Bush and Railway people.
Oh, it belongs to them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But anybody that wants to invest in it can be a loan if you like, or be a part of it and put money into that particular project. And then they're looking for investors.
But that steam engine was 20,000, isn't it?
That's 20,000. No, for the whole mill.
For the whole mill.
Not for the steam engine.
Yeah.
For the whole mill.
For the mill.
But you guys had to go and
They had to go and
we had to go down
dismantle it, yeah, the steam.
We got to go. We started everything up. Everything's
yeah.
going. You know, we worked the bloody thing for 1 hour and a half a day there to make sure everything's ready. So there's the vertical. You've got the vertical for cutting the big logs in half, so that's manageable by the breaking down, which cuts the flitches into, cut the logs into small flitches for the west bench. It's got a planing machine. It's got a planer and it's got a.
They'll be all dressed in the.
It's got everything.
Yeah, everything.
Everything that you need in the mill.
But it also came with old native already made wood. On the shed.
Oh, there's some timber that was already cut there in a shed, all native. Totara and Harverimu. It was already cut.
And what's those big hop loaders?
And the huff loader, one of those log loaders, great big huge bucket.
That came with it too.
That all came with the mill.
So they've got quite a
You know, the Waipa sawmill is going in 3,000 feet over the railway line. It's going to go through. All our steel rails are coming from China because it's cheaper to buy the steel from China than it is to buy second-hand stuff here in New Zealand.
Oh.
You couldn't uplift the old right click under the
No, well,
bridge
I said, you see, it was too expensive, eh?
yeah.
Because you had to buy it off that steel. But there's people already doing it. They're pitching the cedars. Yeah. So, you know, with young hands in the future to take over, it's going to be up to you fellas.
This bush is renowned for the big mamaku panga. So the ones that they do the carvings out of, the real big stuff, you can only get it from here and a couple of other places. And we used to get a lot of guys just coming in to help themselves. Really big, beautiful panga. And you only have to push them over. You don't have to cut them, you just push them over and you get throw them on the trailer.
There's a guy down here that made his living out of it, his whole family. There's a whole big family of them down the road here, just out of Rangataha. They made a living out of our wood by just helping themselves with the panga. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Because after just before I put that house in, he was in here with his tractor. The Dutchman down here run me up.
Which one, Auntie? Which brake, do you know?
Colin.
Got a break.
Colin, all the brakes down.
Yeah, and they got permission from one of our.
From Tama, one of our relations. But he was the only guy that was collecting money off the place. Nobody in the family collected money off this place. The Dutchman down here rung me up, Nakuru one night. He said, "Oh, you got contractors in the block there." No. He said, "Oh, there's some bloody tractors and trucks going in and out there." And I said, "Who do they belong to?" He said, "Oh, all down the road here, bro." So I got on the phone and rang him up and told him to give me fucking machines out here before I came up with a sledgehammer. I used to swing a pretty meat sledgehammer.
Put the gate up and they knocked the gate down again. Then you pigs attacked the mailboard people. They were good. Good watchdogs.
But you couldn't blame them in a way because You know, they were given the opportunity to help themselves. You know, they were given the opportunity by members of our family who were regarded as the chiefs of this place. You know, that was their argument. Oh, one of the chiefs said we can come in here.
Well, we had Charles Raw. Now, you guys know Charles Raw? If you go on Air New Zealand now, his Horapito rub is being marketed by Air New Zealand, put on their food. So there's this Māori chef that's come along and takes some Māori herbs and he's made it into Horapito rub. And that's a herbal that goes onto food now. It's worldwide now. Well, he came up here looking for Horapito rub, for Horapito. And he was offering $25 for 50 grams. Can you imagine what you would do? Shit, man, I'll go in there and look for Horapito. Well, there's heaps in there, but we just decided, no, can't. Yeah, so he travels to Taumaranui to collect. So that's what's in the bush. Then you got Auntie Hilda who's got people, so popular. And nice healthy food. Needleberries, everything's in there.
See, all that is there for you fellas, for you young fellas to take on and to control it. And make use of it to your advantage.
Yeah, Uncle, you mentioned the marae. Whereabouts would the marae go? Like your fellas own shares?
Yep.
Whereabouts would your, because we wouldn't just want to put
We can have a look when we go for walk. I didn't dare my gun now.
Yeah, to be anywhere in this place. Originally, before this tourism project come into the picture, it was going to be right there. There's a bit of a rise in there, and there's an old track that goes up into there, next to that Rewarawa tree there, and the meeting house standing there would have been just. But since that project is going to be in there, you're going to have to find another spot for the meeting house. When that's going to happen, I just hope it.
Dave's got a spot now.
But you know, it's you hear that too? Well, we're going to encourage those fellas to come back into that bush. There are very few of them around at the moment because of the weasels and the bloody rats that are in here. We've got a fellow that's going to specialise in getting rid of all that. An ex-forestry worker who's part of the whole setup. And the idea is to replant trees that will attract them back into the area. And it won't take long to do that. I mean, you know, there's about 2 or 3 kennedoos that float around here from time to time.
Saw one the other day.
Huh?
Saw one.
Where? Down there.
Yeah, there's a berry tree over here, and you want to see them fly from each one. See, they'll go high when they go over there because they're empty. And once they've had a feed, they're coming down low. You just about grab them. They're so full.
There used to be hundreds of the buggers around. You used to hear them every night when we used to live here, and you used to hear them every night. There will be some kiwis floating around, but they're pretty scarce. Pig hunters are giving this place a thrashing. Up until about the 1970s, there used to be pigs and deer in here. You know, and tanker drivers used to ring me up at night and say, hey, a couple of deer just across the road from your property. Can we go in there and shoot them? And no, you leave the bastards alone. But then hunters have got them. They're coming from Mamaku area. And all the pigs are gone. There's been pigs in here.
If whoever wants to come for a walk, we'll go for a walk because there's an old gully and it used to be an old track that goes right down and pops out down by the Marae. It's quite interesting. Yep, really untouched too.
I won't walk down there too bloody hard.